You can see right now Rio Rancho is showing off those beautiful dusk skies. It is calm out there, and by the way, super dry. You've probably been feeling it throughout the day. Humidity, dew point, both of these readings are low, which means that it is incredibly dry. The moisture is low, but hey, at least the wind is calm, and it's going to stay that way throughout the rest of the evening. I'm anticipating we're going to be seeing low 40s by about 9 o'clock, but still, it's going to be another cold one, especially across western areas of the state. Right now, you're in the 40s for Gallup and Grants, but those temperatures are about to take a plunge. You can see all across northern New Mexico, mostly some 40s. Las Vegas is the cooler spot on this map, and down south, it's downright balmy in areas like Deming at 63 degrees. So right now, the 24-hour temperature change is kind of a mixed bag. We are seeing most areas in the northwest drier and warmer, and the reason that we are so dry is because of this setup. We have some high pressure, which is acting like a shield, keeping moisture away from our state, and that has a way of compressing the air, making it a little bit warmer than it should be, and that's why we are seeing a pretty warm start to December. But watch what's happening here. This high pressure system situated over Texas, it's scooping a little bit of Gulf moisture and it's setting it to southeastern areas of the state. Now, this is going to be more fog than anything else, but that's why I really got to point out that dense fog may be a problem for any area from Lee County up toward Moriarty and out toward the Texas state line. So that is something that you're going to be seeing developing in the early morning hours, and especially as you're trying to go to work tomorrow. So keep that in mind. It's also going to be in the 40s. So we're not talking about freezing fog, at least for this section of the state, but other areas will be much colder. Look at Gallup and Grants in the teens. That is my prediction for tonight, and across northern New Mexico, 20s and 30s. So that fog kind of mixes out into the atmosphere by about lunchtime tomorrow. We're going to be seeing mild and dry conditions setting the stage during the day, but that stubborn moisture is going to cause fog once again Wednesday morning, and some of that could spread into central areas of the state. Otherwise, a little cold front. It's not going to be the biggest one in the world. It moves in, it kind of moderates the temperatures, and you can see here that the moisture still wants to move into southern areas of the state. What are the chances of some really good and accumulating rain? Not much, but there is at least something to talk about in terms of moisture moving into the southeast area of New Mexico. Saturday for most of the state, it's going to be dry, and the same story for Sunday, although we are tracking another cold front, which may moderate those temperatures once again. So here's a look across the southeast for tomorrow. I'm calling for a foggy start to the day. That clears out by the afternoon, but each and every day you're going to be looking at those 50s or 60s. It's going to kind of bounce back and forth for Roswell. Across the southwest into northwestern areas, New Mexico, a lot of 50s out there. I'm expecting a high of 54 for areas like Farmington. Pretty dry and steady through the weekend, and you can see here for the North Mountains, it will be a cold start for most communities. The Northeast also going to be getting into some 40s and some 50s, about 53 degrees for Santa Rosa, and some fog possible even as far to the north and east as Edgewood and Moriarty. So as we start looking toward the Albuquerque metro for tomorrow, most valley locations will be in the upper 20s. Most everybody else in the 30s, and that goes for Rio Rancho. As we warm up during the afternoon, most of those highs will be reaching mid to upper 50s, and I'm expecting clear blue sky for a majority of the week.